In today's little Evo update, we're going to be getting rid of the stereo, the Mitsubishi gauge pod, and just cleaning that area up a little bit in readiness for some of the mods. So in a previous video, I made a start on getting rid of the sound deadening and the seats and the boot lining and all that. I will carry that on in a different video, maybe getting rid of this stuff here, or maybe that's just not interesting enough to do in a video. But the amp that was in the boot, that's over there, see it there, and the speakers, that wiring, the power wire runs there, it's the red wire, so that is coming out when I relocate the relay and I relocate the battery into the boot. Got the battery down there on the floor, you can see it somewhere there, so I need the bracket from Deadweight Industries for that. But the wiring for the amp is underneath the carpet here. I just tied it out of the way for a photo shoot I did the other week with Pele, a friend of mine. So I'm going to follow that wiring forward and remove it from behind the glove box, and at the same time I'm going to get rid of the stereo and I'm going to get rid of the gauge pod because the gauges are too small, they're not in a great position, and the boost gauge only reads up to a bar, which is useless when this car's running 2.3. So I've got some ideas of what to replace that with, but for today it's just going to be that, very simple, just doing a bit of tidying and getting rid of a bit of wiring. Well, that's the simple bit done. Wires are out apart from these speaker wires that are plumbed in. But as is so often the case on second-hand cars where they've had stereos in and other mods done, you can often find that wiring is interesting. And this has obviously got an adapter in it for the Pioneer head unit. I think it's Pioneer. But I can get rid of pretty much all of this. And to be fair, this isn't so bad. I've seen a lot worse. I don't know if you noticed, but one of the things I love about Japanese cars is how this car, to this point, I've not needed any tools to do all of that. And I love that about Japanese cars. I've missed that so much. Anyway, enough of that. I will now go and get snips and things and other tools and screwdrivers so I can remove the rest of this and tidy up this little spaghetti mess that we have here. Right, so we are done with this little job today. All I need to do now is just put things back together. That'll only take a couple of minutes and then that is it. Obviously I've got plans for what to fit in that space, and that'll be in a future video which will hopefully be a bit of fun. But for this video, we're kind of done.